This video is going to show you exactly how to send out Enthusem cards, exactly what the process is for your prospects when they get the card, how to navigate through the software Enthusem, and our support page. So you're first going to log into enthusem.com/login. And the first thing I just want to show you is how to create a card. So I'm going to go right to the send mailer. And it's really just 5 easy steps. First is that recipient info. So of course you could type directly into these boxes. But if you've uploaded contacts into your account previously, you can go to your address book and choose that contact and hit Mail Selected Contact. And all their information auto-populates for you. If you want to do mass mailing, you can click on the address book again, change this drop down from all contacts to your mailing list, and then hit Mail Entire Group. Next is just choosing an image for the front of all the cards. Now we always recommend using an image that's going to pertain to whoever you're sending the cards to. Reason why I'm not going to put my own logo or my website in the front is because I don't think it's going to grab their attention. If you can recall the card that we sent you, we didn't put anything with Enthusem on the front. Instead, we probably use a picture of your website, your LinkedIn, maybe a Google Street View of your facility, anything that we thought would grab your attention. So for this group of people, I know that I have associated a website URL with them. So what I can do is I can hit Change Image, change this drop down from Favorites to Website Screenshot. This is going to do is it's going to use the website URL that you associated in your contact list and use that as the front image of your card. Next is just writing a message for the inside of all these cards. So I'm going to type directly into this box. And Enthusem has these insert variables, first name, last name, company, and external key, that'll actually grab that information from the recipient info and plug it into your message. Once you're done with your message and you want to save it and use it on future cards, you can do so by choosing this blue plus button. Give this message template a name. Check this box off if you want to share with other account users. So if I want Bob over in my sales department to use this message as well, I can click on this little button and share it with him. If not, I can leave it blank and it'll only be saved on my own user account. And once I'm done, I can hit Save Message Template. So when I come back into my account and I send out more cards, I can choose this drop down template and choose the message. So this is the one that we use in a lot of our own marketing. It says, "Hi, first name, thanks for your time. Please go to the website printed above and enter your access code for a personal message. Best." And the reason why I'm not putting my name below this is because there's already a signature created in my account that'll print automatically to my cards. Also note that I didn't put a lot of information in my card message, and there's a reason behind that. You don't want to put too much information in this card message because you want them to go to your call of action. So talking about online attachments, now I need to attach one. If I want to attach a brand new one to these 69 people, I can click on this blue plus button, choose what I want. I could send them either a PDF document, a web page, or a video. For this example, I'm just going to choose the video. I want to record my new video. As you can see, here I am. When I'm ready to record, I can just hit the record button down here. As you can see, it gives me a little countdown here. And now I'm recording. So now I can say whatever I want to say to those 69 people I'm sending a card to. When I'm done, I can just hit the stop button, choose my thumbnail, and here it is. So I can re-watch my video if I need to, and I can re-record. But before I hit add attachment, I want to make sure I give this a name. So when I'm done, I can hit add attachment, and it'll be saved here to my drop down. Last but not least really is just choosing a date to mail. So it's automatically going to pick the next business day that it can mail. But let's say that I've already talked to these 69 people before and they told me to send them a card at the end of the year. So instead of setting myself a reminder to go into Enthusem at the end of the year and send out these cards, I might as well log into my account now while it's fresh in my mind and just schedule these cards to mail at the end of the year. Now, codes active. This is a new thing. If I want my codes, which is the access code that gets printed on the card, to expire, I can do so. But right now, I want to leave it as never expires because you never know when these people are going to go online and enter their code. We literally have had people that have seen these cards years before. You know, we sent them a card, a couple years ago, and they're just now responding to it. So it is possible that, they're just hanging on to it, waiting for the perfect moment, and then finally going online to view it. So I'm definitely going to leave these to never expires. Now, before I hit send, I want to hit view proof just to make sure my card looks exactly how I want it. Now, with the mass mailing like this, it's just going to pull a random name just so you can kind of get an example of what it would look like. These cards are going to have the first class U.S. postage paid stamp on here. It's going to have your own return address here. Now, since Enthusem hasn't gone to each website and captured the image, this very generic image appears. Now, if I come up here, right-click my mouse, and hit rotate clockwise, I can now read the bottom part. So up here it says, to view my video that I'm sending to this person, I need them to go here, and I need them to enter their access code. Now note, every time you view a proof, the access code is going to say ABC123, and again, just like the John Doe, that's just a placement. Every card you mail will have its own unique access code. Now I have my message down here, and here's that signature I told you would get printed on all the cards. Now if I like everything that I see here, I can just X out of this. I could make any last minute changes if needed to, but I like the way it looks, so I'm going to hit send. Now this appears, it just shows you, when you created the card, when it's scheduled to mail, what list it came from, so what contact list, mailing list, and then an attachment. Now I want to hit the review batch because I want to see how the images are turning out. So this is going to tell me how many is pending, so it's working on 60, 8 have succeeded so far, and 1 has failed. And if you keep refreshing your page, you'll see these numbers change because Enthusem still going to those websites and taking those images for each card. And you can scroll down and start seeing them. Now let's say for an example that one of these have got messed up. Maybe I don't like the way it looks, or hey, I know Anthony personally and I know he's totally into basketball, and for it being March right now, I'm going to send him a picture of the March Madness, just for an example. So what I can do is I can click on this edit button that looks like a pencil. Now I need to upload a new image of the March Madness, so I'm just going to type March Madness in my Google. Go to images, and now I could really just choose any image I think will really grab his attention. I'm just going to choose this one for an example. Right click it and save it to my desktop. Perfect. Now I can go back to my Enthusem account, choose this pencil icon. This is going to show me my favorites. So I need to upload this new image that I just captured, so I'm going to change the drop down from favorites to upload. Choose that file. Oop, I think this was it. Yep. Hit open. Now it appears a little small. So what I can do is I can use the zoom tool down here to make it bigger. But just note that anything outside the dotted lines may get cut off. And so right now it looks like all this is going to get cut off. But what I can do is I can click and drag this image and move it wherever I want. And I want to make it as big as possible just so there's no white space. So I'm just going to keep zooming in. So maybe it looks like that. Once I'm done, I hit save image. It gets saved to my favorites. So again, I could use any of these images again if needed or wanted. But to use this on this particular card, I need to click on it and then hit update mailer. In this area, you can also just change the message, the attachment, and the date to mail. So now when I go back and refresh my page again, we're going to see that this image changed to the March Madness. You can also go through here and see which ones have failed and which ones are still pending. These other icons to the right of the image, this one will show you a PDF of the card so you know exactly what it looks like. And this one will actually delete the card before it gets mailed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my reports and go to mailing history and just kind of show you the reporting side of the software. So this is going to show you all the cards that I've mailed within the year out of my own account. So let's say for March, I have 389 cards in the pending, so that means they're scheduled to go to the printing. 252 are at the printers right now, and I've mailed 2,652 cards so far, and I've gotten 106 responses, and you can track this for the entire year. I'm going to go to the 389 in pending in March, because there's a couple things you can do in here. Before any card gets mailed, you can actually edit it. So it looks like the exact same that we were in just a couple minutes ago. Again, this will take you to a PDF, and this will let you delete the card. But now what I want to do is just go back. I'm going to go to my mailed section, and I'm just going to choose a random card, this Randy. I'm going to open it up. And now I'm going to pretend I'm Randy and show you what he's going to be going through. Just in case you didn't get the card from us, you'll know exactly what your prospects or whoever you're sending these cards to will go through. So again, this card will go through the mail. It's a physical card. He'll see that his front says website, so it's going to grab his attention. It's going to make him open it. And the message just says, "Hi Randy, please go to the website printed above and enter your access code for a personal message." So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. Now this is called a pickup page. You're going to have your own pickup page. It's going to be tailored to you. It's going to have your logo up here and your company colors. And the only thing that this person can do is enter their code. Once they enter their code and hit submit, you're going to get an email notifying you that Randy is online watching your video or your attachment as we speak. It's all in real time. So the video, as you can see, played automatically. And once they're done watching the video, there's 3 things they could do on this page. They can send you a message directly. They can hit this button to request more info. Or if they're proactive, they can actually schedule a time to speak with you. Either one of these is going to notify you through email. Now let's say that you get that first email letting you know that Randy went online to view your attachment, but a couple minutes goes by and you don't receive another email alert letting you know that he's either A, sent a message to you, requested more info, or scheduled a time to talk to you. What should you do? Definitely still give them a call to see if they're interested. You know they have a minute right now to spare with you because they chose right now to go online to view your attachment. You might as well pick up the phone, give them a quick call, and just try to schedule a meeting for a different time. I don't recommend going to your full pitch demo right there and then unless they ask for it, but you could at least just say, "Hey Randy, I saw that you went online and saw my video. I would love to show you more about it. I don't know if this will be a fit for you, but I would like to at least, show you a demo of it. Do you have some time tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Easy as that, seriously. And you can easily get through the gatekeepers too, because you just tell them, "Hey, I sent Randy a card through the mail, and I just got notified he's looking at it." He's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. So obviously the gatekeeper is going to go talk to Randy and be like, "Hey, there's some person on the phone saying that, you received some card with your website in the front." And he's going to be like, Oh yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, send them through. It's easy as that. So now that I've showed you how to send a card and what your prospects will be going through once they receive the card, now I can kind of just show you around in the software. So the first thing I want to do is jump back to my dashboard. It's the first thing you see when you log in. This is going to show you the results for the past 90 days. So the past 90 days sent out 7,000 cards, have gotten 600 responses, which means that they went online and entered their access code, generating 8% response rate. And not only do you get an email letting you know who's responded, it also shows up right here. So there's two places you can look up to see who's responded to your cards. I'm going to go to Tools now, skip Send Mailer because it's the exact same thing as this, and hit Contact List. Now anybody you mail a card to directly will have their contact information saved here. If you upload a contact list, again, their contacts will be saved here. This shows you my main contact list. Everyone that I've either mailed a card to or uploaded their contacts. I give you more than 10 at a time. I can organize these as these column headings. I can check off each one of these little check boxes or check this one. It checks all of them. And there's a couple things you can do with it. You can either delete these contacts, so remove them completely from your account, or if I want to add them to a mailing list, I can do so here. Also what I can do is I can actually click on a contact name, and if I need to edit their contact information, I can do so here and hit Update Contact. I can also go right here and send them a mailer. If I go back to my contact list, let's say since this is blank, it's showing me all my contacts, but I can just view contacts in a specific mailing list by choosing the drop down and choosing the mailing list you want to view. Now you're probably wondering, why would I want to create mailing lists? Well, the reason being is if you want to do a mass mailer. This is the only way you can mail a bunch of people at one time. So you can either click here to add list, or what I like to do is go to Tools and go to Mailing List and choose it right here. So again, this page also shows you what other mailing lists you have, when they were created, and how many contacts are in each of them. There's two ways besides sending a mailer directly to them that you can add a contact into Enthusem. You can click on Tools, Add Contact. You can only do one here. Fill out any information that you may have and then hit Add Contact. Don't forget to add a mailing list if you want to. If not, it'll add it to the open. Or if you have a spreadsheet full of contacts, what you can do is go to Import Contacts, choose a CSV file, which is just a format in Excel you can save it as. Hit Next. And as you can see, it's going to match up the fields. If for some reason it misses one, you can click on the drop down and choose it. Again, don't forget to add to a mailing list if you want to. If not, you can leave it blank. Once you're done, you can hit Next, and it'll show you how many contacts have been uploaded. Next thing, message templates. So you definitely can go in the Send Mailer section and create messages, but you can't really edit them there. You can edit the message for that particular mailer, but you can't edit it so it happens to all the mailers. Let's say I want to update the thank you. I just click on it, change whatever I need to, hit share with other account users if I want to, if not, leave it blank, and then hit update message template. I can also delete any messages that I've created also. Attachments. So I showed you in the Send Mailer how you can create an attachment, which could be the PDF, the web page, or a video. This is how you can view them all. So you can see the name, when they've been created, how many times it's been used, if it's shared, if you're the owner, and how many pickups it's received. You can also click on here to view it. Or you can delete any that haven't been used. So I could delete this one if I wanted to. If I need to modify one, I just need to click on the name and update it. I can also create a new attachment here as well. Choose whatever it is and add it. Now, code lookup is a really new thing. Let's say I go back to my mailing history and I just grab, I grab one. So let's say that I know an access code, but I do not know who it belongs to. I can enter the code here and hit lookup. And it's going to tell me who it's associated with. Next is the admin tab. A couple things you could do as the admin. Not everyone's the admin on the account, so if you are, you'll have this little icon here. If not, you just won't. But as the admin, there's a couple things you could do. You could add a user, so someone else at your company can mail cards out of their own account using their own name and their email address. You can then assign a specific amount of credits to that user. Now this shows you how many credits you have, and this is in the open pool. Just note that any card you mail within the United States is going to cost you 3 of your credits, and any card mailed outside the United States, so any international, will cost you 4. So keep that in mind when you're assigning credits. So if I want to add some to this person's account, I could just put the number 3 or maybe 9, so that's 3 cards, and assign it. If I want to remove credits from someone's account, I can do so right here. And this is going to be for the open pool again, so everyone has access to this. Now I can go to custom pickup page. Now this URL is already going to be in your account. You already bought this page, so it was already created for you. So you don't need to change this URL. I highly recommend you don't unless you're developing your own page, which you can. You just need to make sure you include these codes. But I do recommend you going to it just to see what it looks like. Just to make sure we're using the right logo and we're using the right colors that you'd want. Last but not least, I just want to show you your own user accounts, like personal information. That's going to be up here in this little like photo icon. First thing that's under it when you click on it is my profile. So before you can even start sending out cards, you have to fill out your postal return address. If you want to change your password, because I know Enthusem sends you a crazy hard to remember password, please do so here. Along with email address, if you want to use a different email address, feel free to change it here. Next in my settings, I can add 10 email addresses to receive the email alerts. So let's say that I'm in charge of creating these cards, but I'm not in charge of following up. Someone else here in my sales department is. I would want to add their email address here. So they can start receiving email alerts. You can add a maximum of 10 here. This is also where you would add your phone number if you wanted to do text alerts as well. Attachment image. This will already be in your account for you, so no need to change it. Signature image. Again, this should be in your account too, so no need to change it as well. If you see something wrong with it, please call your account executive and they will get it changed for you. If you want a QR code to get printed on your card, you can do so. Postback URL is if you want to connect your CRM system to Enthusem. We do have an open API, so please click here to learn more about how to do that. You also can live chat someone here, or I recommend you going to our support site. A lot of you might have already seen this because you clicked here to view this video. There's also a lot of help topics here. So we have an FAQ section, we have best practices, video demo. So we have other videos that you could watch to learn how to do certain things in Enthusem. One thing I like to show people here is how to add their phone number to receive those text alerts. So I'm just going to enter text, go to the FAQs for responses and alerts, scroll all the way down and see this. So it really depends on who your provider is. So example, mine is AT&T. I would highlight this, copy it, go back to my account up here, email alerts, enter it, and then obviously change the 555 to my number. And then hit save changes. So now not only will I get an email alert letting me know who's viewing my attachment, Brian will, and I'll also get a text alert. So if I'm not near my computer, I still will get notified. And this pretty much wraps up training. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. But if not, and if you go in here and you don't see exactly what you're looking for, please submit a request ticket so we can keep constantly updating our support site. Just fill out your email address, the subject, and your question. Thank you so much.